I want to go to what we saw from Netherlands today with how effective they were. You already mentioned it, and what we might be expecting then when these two sides do face off in that quarterfinal.
Yeah, just to follow up something Jules said about the fans and the crowds here that I think is worth noting. So we actually had Alexis Nunes at the USA-Netherlands game. She said it was like 75-25, 70-30 US fans. So there was a very small pocket of Dutch fans. So I don't know how many Dutch fans are actually going to be at this quarterfinal. To Jules' point, there are a lot of folks from Argentina here, but it's also worth pointing out, and I think this was something that kind of in the West we missed out on. We thought, oh, going to Qatar, it's inconvenient. It's a long ways. The hours are going to be off. Well, it's inconvenient for one half of the world. It's very convenient for the other part of the world. And so there's a lot of people here from India, Southeast Asia, and a lot of those fans are Messi fans. And so what you're seeing is, yes, a lot of people from Argentina, but a lot of people from other parts of the world that are wearing the Argentina shirt, buying the tickets to these games and supporting Messi. They have become, I don't know if Jules would agree with me here, but the neutrals team. So I think when we talk about, kind of advantages Argentina might have in a quarterfinal, I think it'll certainly feel much more like a home game in that regard. I have to say, the Dutch side really surprised me today. We saw them through the first three matches. Look, that group was easy. I think we have to point it out. You could have had a lot more trouble with Senegal if Sadio Mane is there. Ecuador is a solid CONMEBOL team, but they're not all that great. And they probably should have beat the Dutch. And Qatar was, a team that frankly didn't belong in this tournament or at this level. So I didn't think we saw the Dutch side pushed at all. And when they were slightly pushed, they really didn't impress. They play a very slow tempo. I thought that the U.S. could give them lots of problems. Clearly what we saw is that the technical ability of these Dutch players was just way beyond anything that the Americans could handle. And the tactics of the coach. And I think that makes a very, very big difference in this potential quarterfinal matchup. Greg Berhalter for the U.S., young coach, not a lot of experience. Louis van Gaal had the plan, nailed it, and he has the better players, but he also had the better plan, and it showed. Scaloni, for as great as this run has been under Argentina, and you pointed out, LME, you said it, this is his first World Cup. Louis van Gaal has been here before. He knows what's up. He knows how to advance in tournament football, and I think that could be a really decisive advantage in a quarterfinal.
What do you think, Jules? How do you see it going?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a big tactical battles between the two managers, and right now, as we saw between Van Gaal and Berhalter in the US-Netherlands game, Van Gaal has that kind of experience. This is a guy who's taken Holland already in a semi-final of the World Cup. So this would be fascinating to see what Scaloni does. You would suspect that it could be the same team as today against Australia, with Di Maria maybe instead of Papu Gomez if Di Maria is fit again. And for the Netherlands, they've got no reasons to change either the starting 11 because that worked really well. They showed their maturity, they showed the experience, they were clinical in the two boxes. It's going to be a fascinating encounter, and it's not a given that Argentina is going to beat that Dutch team because I think they have a lot of arguments to trouble Argentina.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being with us. We'll let you get some rest. We know you've both had a busy day. So we'll see you.
We're not done yet. We have a show at 2 a.m. here, so
Well, we'll let you go do that.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for coming on ours.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.